Okay, so get this. The Atlanta Hawks back in 2015, totally mind-blowing. Nobody saw them coming, like, at all. They had 4 All-Stars, which is pretty wild, but they didn't even have one of those flashy superstar guys. But seriously, they played so unselfishly and just perfectly, you know? They ended up winning a crazy 60 games that season, and get this, they even started it off 5-5. Like, who does that? So, before all the magic happened, things were kind of rough. After getting dumped in the first round of the playoffs in 2013, the Hawks were like retooling big time. They'd made the playoffs forever, but they'd lost all the guys they got from those Joe Johnson and Marvin Williams trades, plus Josh Smith bolted to Detroit, and Zaza Pachulia went to Milwaukee. Their coach, Larry Drew, was gone too, so they were totally going in a new direction. They snagged this assistant coach from San Antonio, Mike Budenholzer, and a few of the guys who'd be starters in 2015, Kyle Korver, Paul Millsap, and DeMarie Carroll. The next season, 2013-14, was kind of a mess because Al Horford got hurt with a torn pectoral muscle. They finished with a losing record, 38-44, which was their first losing season in ages. But, surprise, they still made the playoffs because the East wasn't exactly stacked, you know? They were the 8th seed and actually pushed the number 1 team, the Indiana Pacers, to 7 games. They even had some epic wins in that series, were up 3-2 at one point, but then lost the last 2.
So, this one guard, Jeff Teague, who used to play for them, he was talking about how Coach Bud was like, let's just shoot a ton of threes and we'll play 5 out. He said they only played these smaller guys and everyone was suddenly like, whoa. Teague even watched the game back and heard one of the announcers, Doug Collins, say something like, this series is not for Roy Hibbert. That's when small ball really started to pop off. The Hawks were running this 5-out offense, and it made the Pacers have to guard the perimeter way more because the Hawks were just splashing threes. Even with this really good defender, Roy Hibbert, who was supposed to be a rim protector, he was too slow to guard on the outside, and the Hawks spacing just led to easy baskets. And it's kind of funny because teams still do that, even against guys like Rudy Gobert, who's won Defensive Player of the Year like a million times. Teague was totally right about the small ball thing. And then, get this. In May 2014, they unveiled this modernized version of their old 1970s Pac-Man logo. And with that came those super famous Pac-Man jerseys. They wore those all the way to their 60-win number 1 seed season, and fans absolutely loved them. It was a whole vibe.